Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, hope you're well. This video is incredibly exciting, but at the same time there's something I have to explain. So for some of you, you know that my phone that has all my face recordings of YouTubers and as well me opening other people's crystals is lost. Yes, it's lost, presumed stolen, and I can't get back the footage in order to showcase who was opening the crystals. But I have put the names on each individual crystal being opened, so hopefully you get an idea. By the way, stay to the end for an opening by Seater Man of Legends, which it's not exactly brilliant. Thank God I've got another 6-star coming up very soon. The crystals you can expect to be opened are here. Now, one thing again to point out is that there's going to be no sound on the video, because what I wanted to do is have the background ambience of New York Comic Con with the voices of the YouTubers basically like doing the opening. And as well, I am a bit annoyed because like me and Storm Chaser were up in the cosplay area, and literally it was just these two people playing MCOC or kind of spinning crystals, and every time something amazing would happen, we go yes, and the cosplayers were like, oh, so I got like, you know, you got Loki, you've got a Superman just looking at us like, these people are nuts. We are nuts, but the good kind of nuts. I've also begun saving for some future featured 5-star openings, because at the end of the day I'm really excited for what Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer could mean for the community, and as well playing styles and other stuff. So I'm looking forward to their openings, and that's probably the reason that I've kept these extensive amount of 5-star crystal shards over, and I will continue to do so. But I will have a little opening now and again with like the odd basic or maybe the odd featured. So try and enjoy the video for the best you can. Sorry that there's no sound. I will put a music track over the top, and I'll see you at the end of the video for the outro screen. Enjoy. Now, I decided in post edit to change my mind, and I think it would be best if I did some kind of commentary over the top. Maybe talked about like meeting some of these people for the first time. So this is Killer Beezy. First of all, open up my old featured crystals, and I was like, oh, you got to get me an Annihilus or a Human Torch, and oh. Well, that's not too bad of a sandwich, especially like being close to Namor. And I was like, man, he was so close. By the way, meeting Killer Beezy was great. He's just a great guy, and that's something that is really darn important when you know, you're meeting these people for the first time. Can't say that there's anybody that is bad in the community or is negative towards it, or you know, has been, you know, different than I thought. So that again is like so positive. Here's the second featured, which is like, oh. But that's fine. Like, I know, so close to Human Torch. I was a little kind of gutted about that. But picking up Guillotine and also like getting my Ancestor's Strength up to 60 is pretty impressive. I have been considering taking her up further. I think she's rank 4 at the moment, and I may put her to rank 5. This was going to be so amazing because me and Yeet were going to have like a nice little moment on cam in kind of preparation for this. This is my Unified 5-star crystal, and I was like, I really want Venom from this, and this one was actually quite good. I was pretty impressed with how this fell. It awakened my Iron Man. It's a bit of a shame that I've now done the variant 300%, which that opening will be coming out soon. But still, to get an awakening on this character is still pretty amazing. So thanks to Yeet for that. This is part of a video which I think a lot of you have seen. I'll put a link to it in the description. And it's something that I really want to do next year. So it was me, John, Chris LaFleur, and is it Katie Candy, PJ Vice, Christopher, and John. Yes, we're doing this kind of thing where we had 4 devices and one would kind of click over and we'd open up the crystal for one another. I really want to do this next year because it turned out really well. It was an amazing idea. Everyone else got some decent champions, and I first of all picked up Bishop. Katie picked up a Thor. I know that there was a Mysterio going for Chris LaFleur, and then we had for PJ Vice, I think he picked up something. I can't remember what it was actually. You didn't Warlock? Was it Warlock? I don't know. It was a good character that he picked up, so that was pretty darn solid. I think someone picked up an Invisible Woman as well in this, but it was, you know, so cool to just do this and be part of this kind of community vibe. If you've seen that video, you know exactly what I mean. How cool it was, and it's just amazing to meet all these people. Katie looked gorgeous in a Emma Frost outfit, that cosplay. Also, same thing with the next day with Black Canary. And in this one I picked up a Hela, and I was a bit annoyed because I was like, I really want to get a Sunspot from this, so I really wanted to get a Warlock. Instead, getting Hela is not great, but it's a good character. I'm not going to completely slate it and go, it's a bad champion. This one was quite a cool one. I believe this was opened with Pandaman Pete and Brian Grant, and that was like really cool to meet them. Brian is just an absolute delight. and it was amazing to speak to Laura as well, and as well just like speak a bit about Lola the dog, and also Frank the tortoise. And Brian loves turtles, so that was nice to find out that. But also meeting and getting to be up close with Padaman Pete for a moment, because he was standing next to Emily. I was like, oh, it's M, isn't it? And I was like, no, it's Pete. So that was funny. That was going to come back to bite me in the end. So that was Magneto picking up there, and I don't know who of Pete and of everyone else picked this up, but you know, picking up Ebony Maw. This was great. I've got that 5-star Mystic Awakening gem. That's going to come into play in a moment. Picking up Ebony Maw is good. Not the current state, but maybe in the future he's going to be very good. I think this long paused one is the Brian Grant opening, whereas I think the first 2 of those 5-star basics were Pandaman P. And again, apologies guys if there's a green line above the top or on the bottom. It's just something that happens from recording through on the iPhone. And like I said, if you've just kind of like tuned in, you're flicking through and you have no idea why there's no game sounds, and at the same time why there's no picture or image, it is because that my phone was stolen with all the footage on. So there we go, picking up a Rhino. Not the end of the world. I need 6-star shards. I need to be pushing my 6-star roster, especially going in to make things easier. This is a pretty darn tasty opening. So this was done with Storm Chaser, and we were both up in the cosplay area because it was a lot more quieter, and maybe I think the internet was a little bit better. The Javits Center Wi-Fi is well, it's trash. I think it's really reserved for a lot of people and exhibitors, rather than, you know, us Joe Public, even in the press area. First of all, starting off getting me a 4-star She-Hulk, which, you know, is still pretty cool. It's good to pick up anything that's 4-star and higher from these particular crystals, these Grandmaster Unified crystals, which now should be expired in our accounts. And I was like, oh man, I really hoped for a 5-star from this, or as many 5 stars as possible. So I think because this was kind of like, I felt dragging along when we were recording it, it might be good after 25, or when we get to 25 crystals, to start popping them off, which we'll see in a moment has some very, very lovely results that I'm very, very happy with. And we've got 2 more after this. But yeah, New York Comic Con is an amazing experience. I really want to go back next year because I lost all my footage, so I want to redo my memories again. But when I do it next year, is learn from the things that I consider to be mistakes or things that went wrong, and have a look at the costing side of things and make sure that it's done better next time. So that's something that I'm going to be doing, is seeing if I could set up a donation ticket to see if we can get there for next year, and maybe I can actually get footage to you guys so it's not a complete and total loss. Now this is the point that things start getting exciting. We've got 25 and we're popping 10 at a time. First 10 to be popped even, right at the very end, nothing. Not a blinking dicky bird. As you can see, all 3 stars. Very disappointing. I think we were quite gutted by this. And by the way, at this moment in time, me and Storm Chaser are standing around different cosplayers. So there's like someone dressed up as Superman, Loki. I think there was like a Superman with a Jedi sword. It was kind of weird. It was his own design, but it was absolutely incredible. Now this is the most important one. This pop of 10 gifted us something very, very nice. So yes, there we go, the OG Thor. Pretty excited to see this. I'm pretty excited to get it. We were both like, yeah! And everyone's looking around us like, a bunch of weirdos. So yeah, picking up some 4 stars as well. Get me those decent stuff, building them up. More max signatures in the future will be amazing. And I've got some signature stone crystals to open at a later date. But yeah, picking up the OG Thor. A rare champion to get. Well, I'd say rare, like Kabam have like put it in a few things, like the pay deals to begin with. On this last 5 pop, look at that, Winter Soldier, and then a 5-star Winter Soldier. So it means 2 5 stars from 30. Not too bad, not in any shape or form amazing, but still, like picking up the Winter Soldier as a 5-star, which I think is first time awakened. Yes, first time awakened. So yeah, 6-star shards are coming my way. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next set of crystals. Okay. Here we are now with the featured 5-star. And I think this is again another one I got Storm Chaser to open. And as you know, from the 2 that I've done before, I'm like, oh, what's going to happen here? You know, we've got 2 very mild openings, or kind of not so interesting. Now, as you know, I want Sunspot, Warlock, or anything else. But at the same time, I will settle for this. Having Clairvoyant, Black Widow, sorry, the kind of the little kind of shimmy with the waist is I don't know, just like, what? It's just like, it's crazy. Also, I just decided let's throw in a legendary Unified Crystal. I thought, you know, this is something from time after time I haven't opened. So is this the time after time that I'll get something good? Skipping past Dr. Voodoo and landing on, oh no, Dormammu. Not the end of the world, I suppose. A 4-star's a 4-star. And now this is the big opening. So this is generally being opened at this moment in time by Sita Man of Legends. And I'm like, you know, get me something good. You got to get something good. So many great champions. And look, slows down Corvus, Nick Fury, and lands on a, oh man, I was gutted with the kind of the trolling there. So thanks, Kabam. Now, wasn't that a fantastic video? Yeah, I had a lot of fun making it. And even though, like, I think like Seaton apologized for getting the Magneto, I was like, well, no, it's cool. It's like, this is really amazing. Being in a community and kind of gathering people together, even though that, you know, there's the Traveller 3000 miles, and yes, in UK it's not really picked up of a game, to have everyone come down, as well as like seeing new players and the excitement around the booth, having the yells, just kind of made for like a really amazing experience. And it is completely gutting not to have the footage that I wanted to give you guys to just like showcase that. Either way, shout out to Storm Chaser for getting me a Black Widow Clairvoyant. Man, I completely forget. I should go Clairvoyant Black Widow, because otherwise I get too confused. And then also props. I think it was the Panda Man Pete that picked me up the Ebony Maw, or it might have been Killer. No, it wasn't Killer Bees. It was Panda Man Pete. Either way, there's some fantastic openings. And yeah, Storm Chaser getting me the OG Thor. And also, I've put in the link in the description the Katie Candy video, where it's got us opening up like one to the right, which we've got to do next year, because it's so exciting to have like 4 people and like one to the right, you spin each other's crystals, and seeing like we had Chris picking up, I think it was a Mysterio, PG Vice picking up a good champion as well, and you know, OG Thor goes to Katie Candy, and even John pulled some good stuff as well. So that was amazing. In any case, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really sorry about the fact that it wasn't the perfect footage I wanted to give back to you, but hopefully, you know, you took something away from it and were a little bit entertained. Thank you again, and see you in the next one.